What's up, work? Yeah, I'm back again. It's Blue, and I'm so excited to be here today. Yeah, so super excited because today I'm going to be sharing another super information. My second video, I talked about the documents you need when you're applying for a master's program abroad. I talked about the documents you need. That's basically postgraduate studies. Yeah, so today I'm going to be focusing on the documents you need for the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. That's the joint master's scholarship of the European Union. And like you already know, the Erasmus Mundus Scholarship is a joint scholarship, it's a mobility scholarship because you have to study in at least two countries. But usually you can study in 3, 4, 5 or 6 countries, depending. You're not going to study in one country, different schools. That's why it's a unique scholarship, one of the best scholarships in the world. It doesn't just give you scholarship for free studies, it pays your flight tickets for you to get there. They assist you in your visa applications. They also give you stipends when you get there for health insurance. It's a very interesting scholarship, and then it gives you the opportunity to travel to different European countries, and it covers your airfare to those European countries. I mean, what more could you want or ask for? It's a very interesting scholarship, and I'm going to encourage you to apply for Erasmus Mundus Scholarship. So I'm going to do a breakdown on how to apply for Erasmus Mundus Scholarship, but then I'm going to talk about the documents you need for applying for Erasmus Mundus Scholarship, so that even if you want to apply, because right now most of the programs are open, most of them will stop accepting applications by January 15th, February, some March. So if you want to apply for this program, I just want to run down the list of documents you need so you can get these documents and start looking into applying for this scholarship. I'm going to drop the link to the scholarship and also the link to some of the documents. So now, one interesting thing about Erasmus Mundus Scholarship is that it's a worldwide scholarship. You should know that the competition is high, so they pick from different countries. Let me say each country, they might decide to pick a particular number in a particular program. So that's why I'm saying this, because you need to keep your documents ready, because a lot of people are qualified for this scholarship and the competition is tough. So you need to be ready to apply, and knowing that the deadline is almost close. So you should gather your documents if you have them and put up a good application. Now, first of all, if you want to apply for this scholarship, I'm trusting you already have your bachelor's degree certificates, because that's the number one ticket. They always ask you for original bachelor's degree. You have to scan it and send to them, depending on the school. Now, the second thing I'm going to say is your transcript. You need your transcript. You need to scan your transcript and send to them. They need to see your transcript. And another thing about transcript, people will be like saying they don't have first class, they don't have two. True, the competition is tough. But then, if you don't have first class, you don't have 2, and you have a 2-2, the other way to augment this, now I'm coming towards that, but then you need to at least try to have like 2-1 at least, because it gives you a balanced for you to get the scholarship. Because like I said, the scholarship has a lot of competition. There's a lot of wonderful students out there seeking to get the same scholarship. Now, second thing you need to get is your international passport, because they will need your international passport number during your application. Like I said, if they give you the cast, like the document that shows that you've been given admission for you to apply for your visa, so they have to put your passport number there for you to do the application. So you should be able to have your international passport. I mean, why would you want to leave the country when you don't have an international passport? So you should be able to keep it ready. So this scholarship, it also needs the IELTS, TOEFL, or any other English proficiency. They need to know that you can speak English, because most of the scholarship, no matter the country, they are taught in English. So they want to know that you're an English speaker, because they will need that proficiency results or proof that you can speak English. So like I said in my former video, Nigeria passes for an English speaking country. So most of the schools or most courses, they waive in Nigeria, but then have to be very specific, and you should pay attention. When you're applying for Erasmus Mundus, you're supposed to go through the course you want to study. Some of the courses, they accept other means of satisfying that you're an English speaker. Some of them might waive for some African countries, while some will not waive. Then some of them can certify with other means. So these are the things, before you apply for any course, you should read all their criteria, the documents that they need, and then you check out, is it a must to prove your English speaking proficiency with IELTS, or is there any option? Like for instance, some courses will accept if you studied in English for 2 years and you can prove it, they will accept that one. Some schools will accept letter of English language proficiency from your institution. Some accept Duolingo results, while some stick with IELTS. Some they want 6.0, some 6.5, some 7.0. So it depends. You need to actually look into and research before you make an application for Erasmus Mundus. you don't assume and then you don't scale through. Yeah, like I said in my other video, you can write IELTS. Normally, you can book for the exam and write. Then the letter of English proficiency, like I said, you can get it from your school. The next document is your academic CV. Now, they don't take any CV format, they only accept the Europass CV format. So if you submit any CV that is not Europass, they will not accept it. So I'm going to leave a link in the description for you to create your Europass account and create your Europass CV. Very important. It's only the Europass CV format they accept. So you need an academic CV. Your academic CV should be able to contain your personal details, your work experience, your academic researches, your volunteering experience, your awards, if you have awards, your publications, your skills and other things. That's what makes it academic, because it has that research experience, publications. And then if you have a graduate support or assistantship, you should also include it. That's what makes it different from the normal CV. But then it should be Europass CV. Now then, second is the recommendation letter. Now some of the programs have things for the recommendation letter. They will give you a template to give your referees to use. Why some will accept your recommendation from your referee, they will tell you to fill in their emails. Just send the emails to your referees to send the recommendation letter directly to them. Why some will just tell you to upload the recommendation letters. Now, there's another important thing. Like I said in my other video, some of them accept 2 academic reference, but majority accept 1 academic and 1 professional. You should keep that in mind. Why some want 2, some want 3. So you should also check out these things when you're filling for the programs. If they have a template for the recommendation letter, you should be able to put that in check. And because these are very important things, just fill in the email of your referee and send to them. So they just email your referees to send in your recommendation. You should be able to check out all those things before you fill out your recommendation letter. So it means you should start now to tell the lecturers or your bosses that you want to give you the recommendation letter. Let them start putting down the good works for you. Now, another important document is your proof of residency. All courses or all programs request for this. So this proof of residency is a very tricky document. Yeah, I remember when I was trying to get it, I had to do more research, and I figured that I can get this proof of residency from my immediate workplace. So if I work in a place, I can tell the office to write me a letter for proof of residency. And now this letter, you should include your full data details and also include your present location. They should write your address, your location in the letter. You understand? Stating that is the address, that's the address that they know you stay in. I'm just trying to tell you that you can get this proof of residency from your workplace. You can also get it from the local government council. You can also get it from your traditional ruler, depending. But yeah, you can get this proof of residency. So they need it. It's one of the documents needed. Not all that need it, but some programs, so you should keep it handy. Now, another thing you should look into is your motivational letter. Yeah, a statement of purpose. Like I already did a video on motivational letter. You should look into their motivational letter. In some programs, motivational letter scores like 50% of the whole this thing. They're very strong documents. Here you talk about your passion for the program, the reasons why you want to do the course, what you intend to achieve during this course. Is there a problem you want to solve? Is it your career path? You talk about it. That's what your motivational letter consists of. You also talk about the program, why the program, and how the program is connected to you solving the problem or going to help you to achieve your goals, your career aspiration. And then you can talk about the school too. So these are what your motivational letter and statement of purpose is. Basically your motivation, what's pushing the desire behind your goal and your aspiration for the program. Now, another thing you should look at is your research proposal. It depends. Some programs they don't need research proposal, while some need research proposal. So you should be able to, the topic you want for your thesis, how you intend to achieve it. You're using a qualitative or quantitative method of research. These are what your research proposal should consist of. I wanted to also add that in that proof of residency, you can get an affidavit of residency from the courts. There are many ways to get that proof of residency, but the main thing is just have it. So some courses will also ask you for your class ranking. Let me say, for instance, you say you're like top 10 in your class of graduation, they will ask you for the ranking. You have to go to your school and get this document. These are some of the documents you need for Erasmus Mundus. Sometimes when they ask you for additional documents, you could add your publications. It could also be a strength to you. Applying for this scholarship, you should attach everything that is going to be of advantage to you as far as you're going to get it. Another thing, you should make sure you don't have grammatical errors as you're writing, especially your motivational letter, your research proposal, and your CV. You can use Grammarly. Make sure you don't have any grammatical error, please, because you can't be claiming that you're an English speaker and then you're making mistakes in your essays. You should make sure you don't have grammatical errors. Very, very important. And then you should be able to submit your documents on time. It's important that you submit your documents on time. That's what I'm saying. Some of these departments is first come, first serve. So if you submit and you qualify, they give you admission. And once they give you admission, the school has to give you admission before the scholarship. So if the school didn't even give you admission, no scholarship for you. So now that's the thing. See, some of them, sometimes the school give you admission and you don't have a scholarship. At least you got something. But then if you submit late, what they are done accepting for the number of students they want in that department, you should know that there's a lot of people applying for this. So you should be on time and fast to submit your application so that you can at least get admitted to the school, and then the next thing you're waiting for is the scholarship. You should look into that. For Erasmus Mundus application, a lot of people make the mistake of applying for too many courses. I would advise you just stick to 3 courses, at most 4. What I'm saying, 3, it helps you to narrow your niche, become more focused. And then sometimes I feel like if you apply for too many, it also disqualifies you because it means you're not focused. So 2, 3 is okay for now, so that they will know that this person is a bit focused. So you shouldn't apply for too many. It helps you at least when you pick 2 or 3, you focus on it, you get the documents and get it done. And last but not the least, you should also be able to, when you write your essays and your CV, give it out to people for them to read, evaluate, make corrections. You shouldn't just focus on, oh, I've written it. Give it to your lecturers, give it to your friends, let them read. They'll find suggestions, they'll find errors, they'll tell you, oh, do this better if you write it. That's the only way to strengthen your motivational letter or your research proposal, even your CV. You should not just write it and keep it and think you did a great job. When I wrote my motivational letter, took me 3 months to write, and believe you me, the first draft I wrote is not the final draft. It kept on changing till the last time. And that's what I'm telling you. So the first draft is like a map, like an idea. But then the more you read it, the more you give it to people, it keeps changing, and before you know it, it's super refined. So that's what giving to people does. So now if you've done your motivational letter, I advise you to send it to people. Let them criticize it. Let them say what they think about it to help you to write a superb essay. Yeah, after all these things, you should also research the schools. Like some of the programs, they have like 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7 different schools that come together for it. So you should also research each and every one of these schools. Find out what is unique about them. It's going to be a strength for you in your motivational letter. You should talk about these schools one after the other. Talk about the schools. Don't just talk about them generally. You talk about the Erasmus Mundus program. You talk about the schools, how the schools are going to be helpful in your course, how they are going to expose you. You should never forget to talk about how the mobility experience is going to be a very good exposure for you. Talk about why this scholarship is important to you. What's the sweet thing about the scholarship? Why are you interested? How does it affect you? What's the motivation? What happened in your life that is making you want this scholarship? These are the things you should not forget to highlight in your motivational letter. Talk about it. Tell them things that motivated you to apply for the scholarship and how you need it. Because if you don't sound like you need it, they might just give it to people that have highlighted that they need it. So you should talk about it. Then once you talk about how the mobility experience is going to be helpful to achieve my career goals and solving the problem. These are important things you need to talk about, especially you should take your time on your motivational letter. Honestly, take your time. You shouldn't hurry on your motivational letter. Even if you start to draft it, you should take your time. And then pray as you do it so that God will help you. Don't forget, there's nothing that is too hard. I don't think there's nothing God can do. And you shouldn't discourage yourself, because that's the first point of losing. As you're doing it, tell yourself you get it, and that's what helps you to do better, to achieve it. I mean, why won't you get it? So I encourage you to put in your application. Even if you don't get it this year, you try again. But the main thing is put in the application. Yeah, don't forget to reach out for follow-up if you need assistance or anything. And don't forget to like, comment, and follow for more updates. If there's anything that is not clear to you, you can still tell me in the comment section. I'm going to be there to respond to you. Cheers.